Hey guys, and welcome back to the latest edition of the Sandship series. My name is Video Edge, and today we're going to be looking at everything you need to know about the sandbox building. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now the very first thing we need to know about the sandbox building is where it is unlocked. So if you go into your research tabs, you can see here that it is unlocked at level 6, and once you've unlocked it, you will be able to first of all place the building, and also you'll unlock blueprints, which is a very handy tool. The building itself can be purchased for a quite modest 10k, and once you've bought it, it takes up a 2x2 sized area, as can be seen on the top right corner of our sandship here. You can't level it up and you don't need to do anything with it, so that's quite helpful. It's a sandbox building for you guys to create and design all your new complex systems to be able to export into the other buildings that you can use then to generate your materials. Now, if you're not familiar with the blueprints, they're really handy and they're really easy to do. So once you've created your design in your building, all you do is you go to the bottom right hand corner here with the pencil and ruler icon, click on that, and then it'll bring up all the details about your design, the total costs of materials required, and it'll also show you the output that it will produce, and it also gives you the substance, expense, and the price as well. So you've really got all the detail you need here, so you know how to replicate this, and you can also give it a handy little name here so you can remember it better, and you can also give it an icon as well. So they're really handy when you start to place down lots of buildings and you want to quickly replicate the designs maybe of your previous ones to help increase the output. Now there's some really cool features about the sandbox building. First of all, it doesn't adhere to the usual rules where you can only place 5 synthesizers. Place as many as you want, which is really handy, and everything is free, so it doesn't cost you any materials to place down any of these devices. So you can really start to experiment with all the latest things you've unlocked without costing you any money and any materials to craft these. You can also get to play with a few devices that we can't actually use in the main game yet. These heat guns and these ice guns. So that can really start to expand your designs, and you can perhaps get these ready in preparation for when we're allowed to use these in game. Another really cool feature about the sandbox, you get to decide the height and width of the sandbox itself. So with the main buildings we're used to this sort of size that we've got on screen here, but you can actually change this up to anywhere from 4 to 48 styles. So just to give you an example of the absolute maximum, I'm going to set it to the end, and look at the size of this. Wow. Now you can't tell me that there is not enough space within all of this to create exactly what you need. Just look at the size of that, absolutely massive. Now of course there isn't any current buildings that match that size at the moment, so you won't be able to export a design that is the size of that and place it into a normal building, but you can still create your other designs. So we've got some blueprints saved here, so if we just import one of our others, this is just one of our quick setups for generating wires really quickly. And if you crafted this design and you wanted to export it, what's also a really cool feature is you can simply select everything with the box icon and then change it into a blueprint to export. But if you've got lots of complicated different systems on here, you can also segregate this and just select part of your designs, and that will export just that selected items. So if you have lots of different operations that you've designed across this massive thing, say we've got one here and one here, we could simply select one of these, turn it into a blueprint, and then export this into one of our other buildings. So you can start to see how the sandbox can be really helpful in generating base designs for you guys to turn into those that are actually used in the actual game. For that reason, we definitely recommend having this placed on top of your sandship. It doesn't take up much space, and you'll then be able to export all your designs into your other buildings to enable really good productivity and help you complete the quests and contracts that need to be done throughout the game. Sadly, you can't build any underworld strategies in here, guys. You have to do those in the underworld pit themselves. As you can see by this contract here, we've already got our design saved, but we're unable to place it it's greyed out compared to the rest. So you will still have to create your underwell pit designs in that building itself, but for everything else you can play around and certainly start to create exactly what you want. So that's it for this one, guys. If you do have any questions, as always, please leave them in the comments below. We'd love to hear your guys' stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.